my first question for you is that, do you like to go to the cinema to watch a movie or stay at home and watch it on the internet?
I think with some blockbuster, I cannot miss this. I cannot wait anymore. So I will go to cinema and expect to pay some money to watch it. But with some movie that was normal and don't attract me a lot, so I would choose to stay at home and watch in internet. Yes.
On, of course, on. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Well, so tell me, how about download? Of course, you know that nowadays we can easily download movies and we can watch them later. So tell me, if you want to download, do you pay money or you download for free?
Usually in Vietnam, we can download for free, but the qualities of the movie was not perfect. So if you want to watch a movie in a high quality, you need to pay some money to watch in yes in the high quality. So you can be satisfied with some scenes,
Yeah.
some action scenes. Yes, I think so.
And do you think we should pay to download music or I don't know any content when downloading from YouTube or on the internet? So you think that we need to pay, or no? You think it's not really essential to pay? So when you can download it for free, why?
With some person who really interesting in listening to music, especially with the artist, some singer, some something like that. They can pay money to download internet in high quality, and I have research about that, and the quality is really different. You can hear the music in a good way, but some
Yeah.
people just normal like us. We just want to listen to music. So I think download for free in YouTube is quite enough. So with normal
So,
people, I
or
don't think we need to pay.
So it depends. If you are a super fan, a big fan of music, or for example, of content, so that you need to pay for it, or no, if you are an ordinary, a normal person, so you don't need to pay. So how about actually uh, downloading illegally? So you know that in some countries it's not legal to download content without paying. So first of all, let me ask you about your country, if it's legal or illegal, and tell me, so what do you think about illegally, of course, say illegal download and download some contents illegally?
Um, I haven't seen anything was illegally in the internet in Vietnam, but if it yes, there is a person that if there were a person like that, they try to download something illegal in the internet. I think that the police will know them because there is there's a kind of police that they work in internet and they control the internet. So if you do anything, they will know because this is a law in Vietnam. The police can control every single of your movement, your activity in the internet, even in the Facebook, your private. It's
On.
just on the internet.
You don't like this preposition. You don't like it. On. Yeah, of course. Well, so especially YouTube, so you know that actually, especially popular shows are downloaded illegally hundreds of thousands of times per episode. So it's not really good because you know that actually they invest. So we can say like director and I don't know all cast, so everyone actually who was involved in producing and making this films or for example shows or programs, so no difference. So they maybe spent, they invested on this actually shows and programs. So when we download them illegally, so what will happen to them? So to this money is a huge amount of money. So what do you think about this?
I
Yeah. So,
I think some if you make money from illegally things, even downloading, but that will be the dirty money, and it's quite hard for you to make it clean again. But
yeah.
know that the police, the cops will know that, and they will try to hunt you because they will
Yeah,
know. After that, you will
arrest
be
you and
punished.
yeah. Yeah. So you think people who download illegally can be fined, I don't know, for example, up to large amounts like, I don't know, $100,000 because of downloading the thing? They can be fined. They need to pay money, for example, like, because you did something wrong, so this is your sentence. So you need to pay money for it. So do you think it's fair?
I don't think so. If the money that you can earn from downloading something illegal costs about $100,000, it was too much. So in this money you can go in charge. I think so.
Yeah, so maybe it's like, do you remember, it's like a discouragement so that they're afraid of the consequences of what they do. So maybe because of this. And tell me, you want to have a software, you need a software. Okay, do you buy the software for your computer or use cracked version?
Absolutely, I use I buy software from my computer because I don't like crack. You know that the uh, the publisher, the person who make the company who make that software for us, and they sell them. So if
Of
you
course.
crack them, they will know they will not have enough money to make another project, to make another software for us. So
Yeah,
I don't like crack on. I don't like crack. Yes, I think so.
yeah, of
So
course. So
especially as a game in
so do
Vietnam.
you think downloading the cracked version can be a kind of, maybe stealing?
I don't think so because crack is something was very popular right now. If it was stealing, and the police will come in, but crack is something that a smart person, a person who know a lot in software, can make a paper version become a cracked version. So I don't think it's stealing, but maybe it will reduce the profit of the company who make it.
Yeah, of course. Well, actually, so as you can guess, today we're going to talk about maybe legal download. So first of all, so I think it's not bad to watch a short video about it, and after that, of course, we can talk about it more. So let me see. So why there is no stopping illegal downloading? So let's see really why. Just let me share my screen.
The internet is full of pirates plundering for booty, and new research suggests they're unstoppable. Oh, hey everyone, Lacey Green here for D News. Piracy on the internet, that's kind of a thing. If you're not familiar because you're out of the loop, or you're a good law-abiding citizen, pirating is the act of downloading TV shows and movies, music and books off the internet without paying for it. Last year, policymakers in the Netherlands decided to take action by outlawing a website called the Pirate Bay, which is one of the most popular websites for.
Just let me ask you if you find it too fast or okay.
Yes, I feel too fast.
Too fast. Oh, so let me help you. Let me help you maybe. Okay. I think this one is better. If you need, I can actually turn the subtitle on so that you can see an English subtitle. So you need or no?
Yeah, I'm trying my best to avoid English subtitle, and he
That's okay.
listen, but
Perfect.
she talked too fast and I
No,
cannot
now
hear
it's
something.
okay. Now you can now it's okay. Okay, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
The internet is full of pirates plundering for booty, and new research suggests they're unstoppable. Oh, hey everyone, Lacey Green here for D News. Piracy on the internet, that's kind of a thing. If you're not familiar because you're out of the loop, or you're a good law-abiding citizen. Pirating is the act of downloading TV shows and movies, music and books off the internet without paying for it. Last year, policymakers in the Netherlands decided to take action by outlawing a website called the Pirate Bay, which is one of the most popular websites for downloading content illegally. And now, a year later, a study on the effects of banning the website has emerged. The big question, when Dutch internet service providers banned the Pirate Bay, did it help to curb illegal downloading? The big answer, no. Womp womp. The study conducted at the University of Amsterdam found that not only did it not help curb pirating, but the number of people pirating increased. Across all internet service providers, the percentage of people who had pirated in the last 6 months rose by about 3%, from 15.7% before to 18.4% after. That was the case for movies, TV shows, and books anyway. Illegal music downloads remained constant before and after the ban. So why did it increase? It's hard to say. The scientists made no conclusions about it. It would be kind of hilarious if the ban accidentally recruited more pirates by getting word out into the mainstream about downloading things for free. Whoops! What the researchers did note was that their research, along with other similar studies, found that there tends to be a period of lower downloading activity immediately following a ban. This is when people are kind of worried, they're learning about the law and consequences if they download, creating a deterrent effect. Then, after 6 months or so, the effect fades, demand finds supply, and people go to other sources to upload and download files. So this is all a very big deal to major media companies, of course. That 18% of illegal downloading in the Netherlands is actually lower than the global average. Worldwide, 28% of the population pirate content, and Spain leads the world at 44%. Meanwhile, the Recording Industry Association of America reported in 2010 that music sales were cut in half over a 10-year period, down to $6.3 billion from $14.6 billion. Forrest Research found that only 64% of Americans who buy digital music think that music is worth paying for, and everyone's sort of scrambling to come up with a model that'll actually solve the problem and not make it worse. Some say the solution is stronger intellectual property policies. Others say piracy is here to stay, so companies should get strategic about it. And of course, lots of folks fall somewhere in between. So let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and be sure to subscribe for more DNews Science.
Wow, okay, so how was that? So tell me, okay, so what do you think about? So the first one about, internet piracy. So it's like stealing some content and, downloading illegally. So of course, there is no way maybe to stop people. So it was a good percentage in the US because, we can see that actually there is a decrease in actually number of people who download illegally, okay, since past to the present. So that's a good number. So, but, only 64% of all people just, pay for downloading, and the rest of people, of course, download illegally. So first of all, tell me, what do you think about this? And do you think if, there is an action or something that can be taken to stop people from downloading illegally?
I don't think there is any solution for this one, because you know that everybody in the world likes something free. Even me, I could say that I like something free. But
Yeah.
so that some person who make a website to download music in YouTube for free, and in Vietnam is the same too. So I think the only way to reduce, I can say that reduce, you not cannot stop it. The only way to reduce this situation happen is trying to ban all the website that allow the user download video music in the YouTube for free, and even in another websites. I think so.
Yeah, on YouTube, of course. And so you heard actually a website, the name of a website like the Pirate Bat. Do you know anything about it?
Uh, I, I see it's quite similar to a website like in Vietnam, and it allowed to download everything was free,
Of
and
course.
even in high quality too. So,
And you know that actually the good point that they thought it is a good solution. Okay, so we provide a place so that you can download everything you want freely. So it's okay. Maybe we can reduce the number of people and illegal downloading, but it didn't work, of course. The number of people who downloaded illegally increased so dramatically. So it didn't work. I think so. It was not a good idea because, of course, when someone wants to do something and you provide a good actually field, so why not? I can do it easily. So, of course, I suggest maybe, okay, I knew a website, so let's do it together, friends, family, relatives. So I think it doesn't work. So maybe we need to do something else, but it's not fair. So let me start sharing my screen. Okay, again, it's not fair. I think first, yeah, of course, it's illegal. And after that, it's immoral. That's not good. It's not really, because you are maybe you're destroying an industry, like for example, film music, because they spend a lot of money that you can't even imagine, and after that you easily download and you don't pay for it. So what's that? Of course, it's kind of stealing. Okay, the first one, piracy. As you can see, the act of illegally copying computer programs or recording or films or everything, so any content. And so it can be, as I told you, robbery, a good synonym, online robbery. So the next one, okay. One of the motives that drives people to illegal downloads was that some softwares are not available. Oh, what is that? How a software is not available in a region? What it means? So, for
uh,
example,
for
so some,
example,
yeah,
some of games or some of film uh, violate violate that some of the games or some of the film violate some our laws
yeah.
in our region, so they not allow them to be downloaded in Vietnam. For example, there is some hero movie that I heard before that they make something that was not truth in the
Yeah.
film, and Vietnam's government was not allow them to show in Vietnam in the
Oh,
cinema Vietnam.
oh, of
Yes, but
course.
some people they trying to download it in another region by another phone,
Oh,
and
of
yes,
course.
that is illegal.
So it's like, for example, because it's not allowed to be downloaded in your country, so you need to use, for example, I don't know, some different ways, illegal way to download because it's against your, for example, policies or rules. Yeah, got it. Yeah, okay. So motive is reason, as you know. So here you can see it's reason. American English, so we have the synonym for it. And this one, yeah. Oh, what happened?
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, it's okay. Hurt the wallet. It costs a lot. It can really hurt your wallet to eat healthy. Of course, yes. And they say, okay, please be vegan. Of course, we can't. It's too costly. And so we can't buy. Oh, of course, buying organic food is really good, but it's quite expensive. So maybe some people can't afford. So when something is costly, maybe you can't afford buying it. So we need to, so sometimes, of course. And there are different idioms, maybe. Like, for example, we have another one that is
Hey,
draining my finance, for example. It's another synonym that can be somehow actually like
yes.
this one. So it means, for example, when you say that, okay, it's my finances, for example, are drained. It means all your money is used or spent completely. So we have draining my finance. So you can say draining my finance. Okay, your finances, of course. It means it's done. You spend a lot. So for example, okay, companies, okay, resources, or for example, finances are drained. That is, you meant they are used or spent. Okay, so a formal one. So as you can see, it costs a lot. So tell me what? Name something that can really hurt your wallet.
I often dream about the game machines, the state PlayStations. You know that,
Of course.
and I
Games,
think
yeah.
that is I think that PlayStation is a dream of all boys in the world.
Ah, so,
So it's quite, but the problem is it's quite expensive.
ah,
Yeah. So I cannot buy it.
of course, yeah. If you want to buy it, yeah, it will hurt the wallet. So of course, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So PlayStation, so that's right. You know, why? Actually, I want to know, really, I want to know. So because when it comes to computer games, I don't know, like for example, games. So any kind of games, not of course, I'm not talking about traditional methods. So I'm talking about maybe so I don't know, online computer games. So we can see the passion among children, especially. Yeah, nowadays there's no difference, like boy or girl. So all of them are really into computer games. So first of all, tell me, what is the reason you think why they are not into traditional methods of games anymore and they want to do this? And tell me, do you find it something useful or maybe you think no, it's too much, maybe sometimes dangerous?
Yes, I think that playing online game right now is the trend of the old world because the company, the producer, they make a lot of good games with a high quality, so it attract a lot of people. With a person who really keen on searching in technology or keen on playing some games, they really like that. So time by time, the traditional game method like outdoor games is a losing
Yeah, of
day to
course.
day.
Yeah. And
And,
people,
and
people actually pay for it. That is actually the interesting point. And if when they want to download something, okay, so why we can download it for free, but why? But when it comes to computer games, of course we need to pay to buy the best version. So
yes,
actually it's like, what's the reason? I really, it's something that I never, been able to understand. So of course,
yes,
I like video games. They're really, as you said, eye-catching, I don't know, entertaining, I don't know, something like high quality, so that engaging. So of course they are. And so, but at the same time, I think maybe they can be a bit, maybe tricky, or I don't know, something like dangerous, maybe somehow. So what do you think about it? Especially for children, overuse, overplay.
yeah, yeah, it's normal because I'm a person who pay money for buying games. I think it's normal because when you see some person in the internet, they playing it, so you inspire you, so you want to playing it, so you
Yeah,
pay money for it, and it's quite good. But
yeah,
about the problem is children who are playing this. So a lot of games, especially some game was a horror, a lot of bloods and
of
shooting,
course.
some actions like that. They limit the age and how to control that. They 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 ask the player need to form the identity number in your identity card, yes, and you can play after you fill it in.
Ah,
So you can limit the age when the person who too young to play game to play
yeah,
some horror games, yes, and they can control that.
yeah. So you think they should be controlled when playing it? Of course, I'm talking about, time limit. So they should and they have to play just, for a limited time, not more, you think?
Yes, in Vietnam, yeah, we have that. In China too, uh, each account they only allow it play about 3 hours a day, and after that you will be locked out and you cannot play anymore. But it's
Ah,
just one account that there is some person trying to lock that because
yeah.
each account only allow 3 hours. So they try to create a lot of accounts, you know that, and they play more and
What?
more.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. So people always find ways, to
Yes.
resolve problems. So if they find something like as a problem, so of course they find a way to resolve it. So yeah. Okay, and selection choice. The internet offers such as a wide selection of English learning materials that will, okay, so offers such a wide selection, or you can say that. Another one, you can say internet provide us with a wide selection of English contents. So, as you can see, here we have another structure that is usable. So, of course, internet offers, so provide us, give us, makes us able to use. So, give us a lot of course, choices. So you can watch a lot of recording and, learning and teaching videos on YouTube. So, and you can easily access, every material whenever and wherever you are. So that's really good. And so, but you think, okay, for example, yeah, we watch a lot of videos on YouTube. For example, I don't know, of course, we need to pay for it. So, of course, we need this. Nothing is not free nowadays, is free nowadays. So, we need to pay for it. So, do you think it's acceptable? You think, okay, no, we don't need to pay. Why? We should pay for example, learning, especially educational contents. So, do you think we need to pay for them?
In Vietnam, I haven't seen any videos on YouTube that allow people that that uh, that people need to pay to watch it. I haven't seen it yet, but we have to pay to pay for skipping the advertisement. Like
Of
they
course.
so so I think that will be normal because the YouTube company they need something to earn money. So it's very necessary for them to allow advertisement that show on the YouTube channel, but especially the educational content. I don't know. So in Vietnam, we rarely watch educational videos in YouTube.
Really? That
Yes,
was your bet. Oh, why? Why? So it's really
because
good to watch. Ah,
because we have like a separate website to watch educational videos. In there, we will separate into physics, math, and a lot of educational content, a lot of subject in there. So people forget about the educational video in the YouTube, and time by time, I don't
yes,
see any kids in Vietnam watch it
of
anymore.
course. Yeah, so when you have other, of course, yeah, I know that there are different websites that, of course, application websites, especially for learning and yeah, so of course, but sometimes why not? We can find some interesting educational contents on YouTube, so why not? But yes, when there are other sources, so why we need to, yeah, I got it. Well, okay, and predicament. So what is this? Like dilemma, you know? So predicaments can be actually a situation, difficult situation like dilemma, that you are not happy with something, like for example, I don't know, like crisis, dilemma, hardship, so all them, okay? So if I want to give good synonyms, so the first one can be dilemma. Oh,
Yes.
so maybe, yeah. And I don't know, it's like hardship, difficult is a situation that is really difficult. So having failed to pay back the loan, my friend found himself in a real predicament. So tell me, so the last time that you found yourself in a real predicament.
Predicament. Oh, sorry, teacher. May I ask some questions?
Of course, yes.
I see the description about the word. They say that a predicament. But when you say predicament. This is a difference between the English of the British and American.
Of course. So I'm sorry, I didn't. Of course, there is a difference with the. You mean the accent? Yeah, of course, the pronunciation. So, but I didn't get what you mean. So could you say again? So the description, an unpleasant situation that is difficult to get out of. So what do you mean?
Because you see the pronunciation that the script is a
Yeah,
predict
predicament.
and
Of course,
yeah,
predicament. Yeah, of course.
and when you say to me you say predicament.
No, listen. No, predicament. No, listen. Of course, we have a here. Predicament, predicament. It's not predicament, predicament. So we have a break here. Predicament,
Yes.
predicament. Okay?
Hmm.
Say again. Try to say again.
Predicament.
Predicament, of course. Predicament. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes, I get it.
Yeah, as you can see, yeah, you can see the pronunciation. Look at this. Predicament. Okay? But, and let me say something about, the words that sometimes, for example, pre, okay, so long E, short E, of course, in intonation, I think you learned about them. So sometimes we have long E, and when you say it's like E, so it's different from short E. So you need to pay attention when, of course, in British American, some words are pronounced differently, but I have no idea about, of course, all the words in British. Yeah, most of them, but not all them. Maybe there are some differences, but in American English, so you need to pay attention, especially to short and long vowels and sounds. Yeah.
Yes. Because sometimes we people say it in two different kind. So I cannot understand it if they read it in a different
Yeah,
like
let me
a data in a
yeah,
data.
let me say something. Okay, just except for accent. Yeah, of course, we have something like accent that is really important. So British, American, and different. Just pay attention to this. That is really important. Some people think that, okay, when we say British, American, so it's like all words and different. No, they can easily understand what we say. We can easily understand what they say. Of course, some letters, some, for example, data, but we have another actually things that you need to pay attention. Sometimes one word can be pronounced in different ways in American accents. People like often, often. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Data. So it's your choice how to say. Sometimes you feel like, but that is really important. This one is important. If you choose how to pronounce a word, you can change it again and again. For example, some people say, okay, once often, next time often. Okay, it's not acceptable. So, okay, if you want to say, you can say often. If you want to say data, it's okay. Data is okay. But please stop saying data. Next sentence, for example, data. So this is the problem, but it's okay. So of course, not only like the New Zealand, Australian, Canadian, American, British, and American accent. I wanted to say that, okay, in some areas, South, or for example, you hear, for example, colored people, they have definitely different accent because of this. When you listen to some actually programs, the host is black. So I want to say colored people. So they have definitely, they pronounce words in different way, not in different, well, like the different accents. So maybe it's, sometimes you find it difficult to understand what they say. Okay, they're American, but different accent.
Yeah.
British, don't ask about British. Wow. I can say some areas, you never understand what they say. I travel.
Yes, I
Yeah,
see that the British accent, the people who from Britain, the accent they're quite hard to hear.
yeah, of
Yes.
course, of course. And there is something that, for example, in different regions, because I travel a lot, and I lived, of course, and sometimes you can't, especially some regions, areas that you can't even understand even one word. It's just like, I was like, what? And that was interesting because they actually couldn't understand what I said as well. So we had the same situation. So, and another point that you need to pay attention when talking to natives, that's really important because, as you know, we normally speak a bit fast. So,
Yes.
and this actually caused misunderstanding when pronouncing words. So they think, okay, it was different. No, it's not different. But when you say and pronounce something very quickly, that is like we are in a habit of speaking fast and
Oh,
quickly. So you find it a bit different. So, but it's not exactly the same that you predict. But please, don't get confused when using British and American accents. You choose which one. But if you're talking American, please don't mix. Okay?
yes.
So it's your time to talk about this one. Tell me the last dilemma that you experienced.
I can say that when exactly like you, because in our country there is a lot of races that they speak in a different voice in a different language, but it's quite similar to Vietnamese. But the problem is I cannot hear it clearly, and when I go to some province that they speak that accent, when I buy something, I
Yeah,
couldn't understand. Even
yeah,
even they understand me, even they can hear my voice and they can understand my voice, but I
yeah,
cannot understand them. So we're standing in front of them for an hour to trying to understand what they say, and it's
yeah,
quite annoying. You know,
yeah,
it's
of
quite.
course.
I don't know how to do it in that time because
Yeah, yeah,
I
you
cannot.
sometimes yeah. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm from another planet, so why I can't understand what they say. Yeah, it's really normal. It's really normal. So not only about country, so different countries, different states, province, states, cities, sometimes areas, so they have different accent. They say actually, for example, I think, have you watched Steve Harvey's programs? Steve Harvey?
Yes, yes,
So,
I know him.
yeah, sometimes when, of course, you can understand, but sometimes if you pay attention, you find, and you're definitely different accent, like, some words. For example, they don't pronounce, some words, the end of some words, the end letters. And so it's a bit different. So this way we can say they have different accent. So when you talk sometimes, for example, when you talk to especially colored people, they have definitely different accents. Understandable, but different. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this word, as I told you, if I want to say slowly, predicament. Predicament. Okay.
Predicament. Yes.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And it's not totally E, just preno, predicament. It's short E. So that pay attention. So it's not predicament, a predicament. So it's short E. Okay. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Okay. So you will get used to when you move to another country, you will get used to hearing this actually type of words and accent. Okay, so we talked about this word and of course this topic. Now let's ask and answer. So, well, let's read and decide whether statement true or false you think and why. So instead of reducing the amount of piracy, action should be taken to get rid of it completely. What do you think? Do you agree?
Yes, if this state become true, I totally agree with this. But it's quite hard for people to remove it completely because you know that people like something free, so they can do everything to get it free. So you cannot get out of it completely.
Yeah, of course. I think we have an audio, so let me check if it's related to this one. It's not, but to listen if I can find it.
Unit 10.
Let's see.
Recording 3. 1.
Oh, hello. Could you help me? There's a problem with the air conditioning.
Oh, yes.
I've just tried to switch it on, but it doesn't work.
Is it completely dead?
Completely. Absolutely.
It's not related to this one. It's interesting because we have it, the file of this unit, but it's not. Okay, so no worries. Netflix offers a selection of entertainment content with a very low cost every month. So, of course, is it true? You know that. So that's really good. Do you watch Netflix?
Yes, yes, I watch a lot, and I buy a highest price of it to watch in the 4K quality. It's quite good.
Yeah, of course. I think so. And as a one-stop shop, so one-stop shop, a place that you can buy everything. You can find anything you need. So one stop. So, okay, just one stop and buy everything I need. Netflix can provide all the content you need. So, of course, so yeah. Do you think yes? Not all the
Uh,
content. No, no.
no,
No,
no, I
Netflix.
don't think so.
Of course, no. Of course, no. Netflix, just, maybe some specific contents, but not all of them. And it's quite reasonable for every user to keep up with all the subscription fees. For
Hmm. I it's quite hard
so of
because
course, yeah,
I think that it's with a subscription fee. Some I see a lot of Vietnam that when we subscript some website,
yeah,
usually it was free, and after that you will pay for need for some service in there. But
yeah.
I don't see any website or something in Vietnam that they need to pay money for subscription. So it's quite unreasonable.
Yeah, of course. Well, so yeah, we have here because it comes to, average user. So of course that, it's something like, it's a bit different. So just that was subscribe and subscription. So when it's you use noun, you say subscription, but where is subscribe? So that's, subscribe. Well, okay. So normal user and average user, maybe yes. Okay, so of course, so it's something like a normal user. So yeah, they need to pay. Why not? So I don't know, pay fee subscription. I'm not sure about it. I think it's not right. I think false. So it's not correct. So because it's like why? And piracy may continue to increase as long as the net of streaming content, watching online, streaming content remains confusing and expensive. So what do you think? So the net of streaming. So why watching online is confusing? Expensive? No, it's,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, streaming.
streaming,
I think
that.
it's quite
Yeah,
true
yeah,
because you know that streaming content is something very popular right nowadays.
of course.
Uh, and you know that when they stream some games, especially this game, they
Yeah,
will allow the people, they will inspire a lot of people
yeah,
to download that videos or something was illegal was very
yeah.
quickly. So the privacy piracy can continue.
Yeah, I think, uh, it can be, but when it's like expensive, I don't find them really expensive. So it's not a large amount of money. For example, for especially when you, I don't know, pay yearly, so just for the whole year, of course you don't pay a lot. So I think, I don't know, I have a problem with this part, that is too expensive. Yeah, of course, if they're expensive, of course it will happen, but it's not something related to price. I think people
Yes.
don't do this because, for example, they need to pay a lot of money. No, it's not related to money at all, at all. I think it's something like I'm in it. Okay, let's do it. Why not? Because I'm really cool, so I can do it. Why do I need to pay for it when I can do it freely? Like
Yes.
this. Yeah. And just piracy and pirate. So the adjective is pirate. You heard in the video at the beginning. So pirate is a person who steals, who download
Yes.
illegally. Yeah. So, and let's answer this question. So again, despite Netflix still being a popular means of offering entertainment, what causes people to pirate content? So why really?
Because they want something free. I think so. Just start from the free thing. Because you know that when we want to watch some movie in the Netflix, you need to pay some money, even it's not too much. And I can see it's not too much. But with some people, when they touch the money, when it's relevant to money, they don't like that. So they want something free, even if it's in a bad quality. So, but they can watch the movie. So I think so.
Yeah, of course. Well, so tell me that situation. So of course, would you still pay the subscription fee for the service or turn to I don't know, piracy? So which one?
I think I'm gonna pay the subscription fee because with me, if the money was not too much, like you said before, it's just in my package. I can pay for it. I can afford it. So I gotta pay for it. Because I
Yeah,
don't like something was illegal or I don't like something that will make a company that make the movie or the company that make games feel upset and disappointed. Because I know that they need some profit. They
yeah,
need
of
money to
course.
make another project.
Of
So
course.
I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, of course. They do all this to make profit, of course. And so, of course, and after reading, so of course, no article here. So that's really interesting. For every lesson, we have article, but there is no article, so we need to guess. So, okay. And tell me, do you think that Vietnamese people are willing to pay money to illegally get access to the content, or they prefer to, pirate content?
Usually in Vietnam,
It's okay.
they they try to private the content because they don't want to pay money. Even just 1,000 they don't like it. They will do everything to private the content and use this for free and then public it to another people. Use it for free too. And this is
Yeah.
the normal in Vietnam.
Of course, I think everywhere it's, some people, not all the people, but there's some people who do this too, so it's really normal, not only Vietnam or other countries. Okay, and so we talked why people choose to illegally download. So of course, maybe no, I don't, not at all. They can't afford the fee because how they can afford to pay for internet, to pay for device, to pay for everything. And just, I don't agree with this. But, maybe not, why really? Just, I think it's habit. When we have different alternatives. So why? I think just this. There is no other reason. So
Yes.
it makes, it makes people feel like, okay, I'm really cool and really, I don't know, something like smart so that I can do it. I don't know, like this. And tell me about what are, okay, so no, I want to ask another question. So if you were responsible for actually, I don't know, for giving sandals to people who download illegally to actually pirates, okay, or online piracy. So what sentence would you offer? What punishment for these people?
First of all, I will lock down the account, and the only way that because it's not illegal too much that they have to go in short is require a severe punishment. So I like to ban them from using internet for a few times and ban their account and let everybody know about their moving and
Yeah,
just like every the action, every movement, every activity that they do in the internet was private and everybody will know. So they cannot cheat on people anymore.
yeah, yeah, of course. Good. And tell me, so really, what can we do to stop people? Just, education is a good, you think, I don't know, it can be a good way to stop people from downloading illegally.
But yes, I think it's quite effective, but it requires a lot of time, that because you have to educate a a generation. So in the future, they will think about not doing something illegal, especially
Yeah,
the illegal download. So from that, we can prevent it. But
yeah,
it requires a lot of time, maybe decades,
yeah.
few decades.
Yeah, of course. But it takes a long time, I think. Maybe not
Yes,
this generation, maybe for the next generation, yes, they will learn how to use, how to pay. But, for this generation, I think we need more sacrifice, like, we need to sacrifice our youth. So to teach maybe the next generation how to use something legally, or for example, how to pay, maybe. And okay, so yeah, of course, that some people argue that internet can be a good thing. Some people don't agree. So tell me if you agree that it's really good, usable, and if you disagree, to what extent you disagree with it.
I think the internet is a good thing because internet allow us to access to every single content in the world. It's like you hold the world in your hand and you know everything. So it's quite good. You can learn from another country. You can learn a good thing, and you can have a lot of thing in there. But it's still a two-edged sword
Yeah,
because a lot of people spend a lot of time in the internet, even the whole day. It's just always surfing
on,
in the Facebook and spending time on the internet. It's two ways of time, and
yeah,
sometimes it will make people missing time with your family, and that was a
yeah,
very popular nowadays because people only focus on the phones and forget about
yeah,
everything around.
of
Yes, I
course,
think so.
perfect. Just what I want to do. I want to take a photo, selfie of myself, and I want to write on my forehead, and I give you, just you look at me. I say, okay, teacher, say on, not in, please.
Uh, uh,
On. It's okay. I know that you know it. It's really normal. But
yeah,
you're used to using, so it's really normal. I know. There is no doubt in your knowledge, information. I know how talented you are, and yeah, I know that you have, you have an ear for language, so don't worry about it. Just, just kidding. So it's okay. Well, okay. Mars. Oh, we have a guest here. Who was that? Hi.
it's my
Hi.
brother.
Oh, hi, handsome. Of course, the background doesn't allow me to see him anymore, but hi, handsome, if you can hear me. Handsome.
Yes.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for being perfect, like always, and have a best. nice trip. Just enjoy. And of course, have
Yes.
a great weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
too.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.